Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117 watching and casting the final game. Or the finals, I should say, not the final game of the finals. It definitely, we're not even close to that, but the finals indeed, with VonAsten winning supreme over his last competitors, and also DevM making it to the finals again, beating Orange Pass, beating oh wait, hold on. No, we're actually going at MG, okay, and conscripts, I'm sorry. But they've beaten a number of top-tier COH2 competitors to get to this state. And now, VonAsten bringing up the Soviet faction, DevM bringing up the Austere. We have a classic COH2 game in our midst. But, who will win? Who will take the lead? We shall see. Right now, 65,000 points have been added for a prediction. And right now, chat has decided that DevM has a 1% advantage over VonAsten. But, let's see. It's super close. It's anyone's game. And on the map Nexus, it's going to be curious to see who takes Supreme. Anyway, MG and Pioneers going on up. But we already have possibly our first engagement with conscripts going down south. And yeah, our first engagement indeed. Conscripts open fire on the Pioneers. Looks like, though, Pioneers will get close to that wall. No Molotov cocktails as of yet, so don't expect them to fling it over the wall and hit the poor Pioneers. Pioneers just going to wait. It's literally just two forces chilling on each side of the wall. Neither side wants to go out against the other. But what's this? We have something firing at the screen. It's an MG being set up, and Pioneers are going to come around, try to push back those conscripts, ambush them. But what's this? More conscripts coming on in. Pioneers going to pull back to the building. Get inside, or maybe just chill behind the wall again. Nope, definitely get inside and open fire. But again, conscripts could back up and be reasonably fine. MG, though, opening fire. Conscripts going all the way around. Pioneers going to try to close that gap and light them up. Grenadiers coming in to support. And VonAsten will retreat the first unit of the game. Pulling back to base. Conscripts are also being suppressed. They may also have to fall back as Grenadiers and Pioneers engage them, forcing them back. And honestly, the first decisive engagement goes to DevM, who's also picked Lightning War. Great upgrades, although I think G43 rifles are not exactly the favorite among the COH2 player base right now, so MG42 is most likely. But again, good speed boost, good Tiger tank, airstrikes, you name it. They have a good selection right now. Engineers engaging the Grenadiers, and yeah, they're going to probably fall back very, very soon. 2 models remaining, or they might just try to make a break forward and take the VPs up north. Pioneers taking mid. We also have captured territory trying to get those munitions into VonAsten supply chain. We have 4 conscripts being deployed and 3 Grenadiers. No MG or support equipment as of yet, as VonAsten is yet to build that. Mostly relying on frontline infantry, but it's not paid off all that well. MG has been on point at keeping the enemy back. And yeah, conscripts will fall back once again. Really good job by DevM at keeping those conscripts away. But one squad did manage to sneak through the territory and actually start grabbing that fuel. And again, it's imperative to note that if they grab that fuel, VonAsten would have the only consistent fuel source right now in the game. Grenadiers, actually 2 squads are trying to push back the conscript, and an engineer squad now with the flamethrower. Conscripts pulling on back. Pioneers now finally heading back to base. First unit being like, alright, fine, we'll go get some reinforcements. Conscript's going to take the point. MG will suppress once again with Grenadiers trying to stop the other squad from going around. And they will do exactly that. The squad, while doing an oorah, I don't know what they're oorahing to. They're just oorahing to move 2 feet. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, it just increases speed. Whatever the case may be, he's now running all the way back to base. Unfortunate. Conscripts are... Oh my god! These poor Grenadiers, they're trapped! Okay. VonAsten, being the better man, decides, I'll let you go, and allows them to head back to base. As someone who had to deal against Love Nest and a unit that, was trapped, I think he's like, I won't do this to another player. I can't allow someone to get stuck and die. So, in case you're wondering why I didn't just kill the unit. Anyway, MG heading back to base, and conscripts will finally maybe take this territory in the south. Well, but Grenadiers are going to take the territory in the north. Conscripts are there, but they're so low on health, I don't think they're going to engage. They're just going to take that point. Well, we'll even see if they can take the point as Pioneers rush on up, maybe about to get Veterancy 1. They do, and yeah, they effectively push back the Conscript squad. Meanwhile, we do have a 222 approaching the battlefield. A good unit to hold back a lot of infantry from afar, and right now these Conscripts do not have any AT support. Actually, they don't have any AT support at all because of the fact there's no AT guns on the field. VonAsten is chosen to go strictly and directly toward a T-70, which will allow the 222 pretty much open access to run amok on the field of battle for right now. Again, AT grenades are not being researched right now, so don't expect it to just pop up. And I think VonAsten, well, has just signaled the fact he hasn't done it because right on top of that 222, didn't do it. So DevM, again, could be a very risky and try to dive that 222 on top of the units. But right now, he's just chilling. He's staying back and just realizing, I'll just kill the cover and slowly wear and tear those conscripts. Grenadiers coming along the side, trying to pick off those conscripts. Oh no, he's actually going for the one still alive. 222 trying to navigate the field of battle. Slowly making his way through. Again, it can be a little bit harder with those tight turns, but he's making his way. Conscripts retreating. Might be able to get another model or two on said retreat. Up north, we have conscripts trying to oorah to cover. Again, without a Molotov and with the 222 coming up to assist, I don't think those conscripts are going to win the battle. And right now, I think DevM's in a good scenario to capture a large portion of the map very quickly, just because VonAsten doesn't have an effective counter. DevM is just putting a boot right to VonAsten's neck. And unfortunately, VonAsten can't do much, at least for 30 seconds, until that T-70 deploys. Once that T-70 deploys, it's a whole new ball game. Well, okay, not entirely different, but at least it's better chances for VonAsten to take out some of DevM's units. Speaking of which, we have an infantry killer right here. Grenadiers are now being deployed. Now, these with G43s, I think people enjoy. But the main thing that people enjoy is that bundle grenade. That is just so decisive in killing infantry on the field. But we'll see. Right now, they're sending it south, and we have one new, fresh conscript squad, for the most part, going south as well. We'll see how it does. Right now, Grenadiers and Pioneers are in mid. We could also see, because of 200 munitions right now under DevM's belt, some good teller mines. Maybe an S minefield over the main VP. Especially because this engineer squad has a flamethrower, so don't expect a minesweeper unless he gets another engineer squad. So T-70 is up in the north, where the conscripts are most packed together. Again, the one squad had to retreat immediately after seeing the Panzer Grenadiers, which is expected. 222 opening fire against the conscripts, who now have AT grenades, so good, they eventually got it. Pioneers seeing the T-70 realize, yep, not my fight to win, and immediately pull on back. Conscripts trying to hold the south, and they're doing exactly that. Unfortunately, DevM can't advance, but with the MG, they can at least make sure the conscripts don't advance. 222 moving down south with a pack gun now on the field that should help them hold back the T-70. Another squad of engineers being developed, and I have to assume that's going to have minesweepers. Hold on! Can the T-70 finish off a Grenadier squad? The first wipe of the game. Missing. Deciding not to engage. Pulls on back, and good thing, because the pack got a great shot. 222 is putting pressure very close to death, but luckily an AT grenade stops the 222 from finishing off the light vehicle. Wait, no, he doesn't, actually. I'm so sorry. It was just enough. Did armor-piercing rounds finish it? It did. Armor-piercing rounds were enough to kill the T-70 and take it down. Very nice. Never forget, armor-piercing rounds can just be enough to finish off vehicles, and in this case, it absolutely was. So excellent use by DevM. Alright, so that's a T-70 now down. VonAsten, what's your next trick? Mines are being placed, but again, we have minesweepers in place, so those mines may not be as effective as VonAsten wants. We have a couple MG42s being equipped into the Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers are running havoc down south. Conscripts and engineers are coming down. But again, the 222 can just chill from range and open fire on the infantry. Luckily, the infantry are doing very well up north, grabbing a good amount of territory. I will say it is in VonAsten's MO to lose some territory early game and lose the VP lead, but still, he usually has a method, a counter, something to turn the tide. But right now, I just don't see that with the T-70 going down, and now we have more frontline infantry coming onto the field. Again, it seems like DevM, all he has to do is play range, and he would pretty much keep winning the battle. Well, I would say that until the Panzer Grenadier squad just so happened to walk into that mine. I thought he would counter with the Minesweeper, but I guess it was just out of range for it to be effective. And there goes the first unit of the game. Okay, good job, VonAsten. Good job with those mines. And conscripts are heading down south. Unfortunately, though, we do have a lot of German presence up north. Grenadiers are just trying to recap this territory, and we have an S minefield now in play. I'm assuming DevM's like, yeah, if I die to mines, enjoy mine. But again, we have minesweepers coming in, so those mines could be ineffective as long as VonAsten sees them and doesn't walk into it. But I think he realized it, and yeah, he has minesweepers coming on in. Conscripts trying to oorah themselves close to the 222. Well, I think they might get close. Nope, 222. He's like, oh, you're gonna get so close? And no, sorry, not today. I should also mention VonAsten did pick guard mortar. So he does have, again, why he got the guards, why he has the ability to get 120s, and most importantly, I think the T-3485 is now up for consideration. Now, he could throw an AT grenade, but I don't think he has anything to finish it off, so yeah, he's just gonna grab the territory and fall back. Again, my general presence is, unless you have a method to kill the unit, I don't see a reason of wasting, especially right now, very precious amount of munitions. And just halting a 222, which can very quickly be repaired. Now, again, Battle Phase 2 has been done. We have the Tier 3 building being unlocked, which means Panzer IV could be right around the corner, which would be a very early Panzer IV. But again, good job on DevM for just holding the territory and getting those resources that he needs. Funny enough, actually, though, he did lose fuel for a time. Although, because of the amount of territory he currently has, it's doing pretty well for him. He's doing pretty well. Right now, 222 holding, and with Grenadiers holding off mid. We have some minesweepers trying to clear off anything else that DevM has planted, but I don't think he has anything, or at least maybe right now on the field. Grenadiers coming on in, and like I said, they're being equipped with the MG42, just because I feel like right now a lot of people prefer that over the G43. But he still picked a doctrine, so that means he has to use it for other things. Rifle grenade, getting a nice shot, 3 models down. Actually, a lot more models, holy mackerel, down to 1. But luckily, he does escape in the meantime, and I don't see anything else that can pick him off. Conscripts will grab the territory. We have some units up north with Grenadiers trying to put pressure on those engineers. They do pull back, but there is a mine there, so maybe he gets lucky and gets a couple. But nope, minesweepers go into the play. They'll detect him very easily. It actually, fun fact, looks like the minesweepers are on this side of the wall, but they still detected them, so I guess it's just within a certain range rather than direct sight. Anyway, 222 coming back to mid with a Panzer IV about to deploy. Luckily, VonAsten, realizing the situation, finally gets an AT gun, so at least he'll have something to deal with the Panzer IV. Yeah. Someone in chat says, a Panzer Grenadier would be great with G43. You're right, but it's not like DevM has that Panzer Grenadier squad anymore. Unfortunately, that is simply not the case. He does have a Panzer IV, though, that's making its way to the front. Also, Grenadiers opening fire against the Riflemen, and a conscript squad. I'm sorry, not Riflemen, conscripts. Oh my god, where's my mind today? Conscripts, though, opening fire, not doing too much damage. There's a lot of infantry all over the place, but luckily, VonAsten has a lot of forces coming on over to try to hold back DevM's front. But we'll see how well that goes with the Panzer IV now fighting. Engineers will probably decap the point, but where's that AT gun? Oh, it's coming around. Okay. He decapped it, and right now with the infantry, I think he'll hold the north, especially with the AT backing him up. The question will be is if he can flank around the south. Looks like the MG will take over that point. Conscripts will go for mid, maybe. Meanwhile, engineers are taking the front of the action, but AT gun doing work and pushing back the Panzer IV. At least trying to, anyway. Yeah, VonAsten's losing a lot of manpower because of so many frontline forces just soaking up his manpower reserves. Again, having a good army is great, but if you keep engaging it, you're going to drain your manpower far faster than the enemy who manages to keep that manpower relatively fine And that's exactly why, like, DevM retreats his Grenadier squad. He's not going to lose that manpower. He doesn't want to. He doesn't need to. Meanwhile, again, you have the Panzer IV just popping shots against a conscript. That's another 20 manpower down for every model. It absolutely can be very influential in the course of the battle if the enemy doesn't have the manpower to deploy armor and such, because he has to use it for his men. Or his men are just waiting in base because he doesn't have the manpower to reinforce them. Conscripts and engineers are making a breakthrough in the south. Push back that MG, but again, good retreat by DevM allows it to live. Again, Pack Gun is keeping a watchful eye over the Panzer IV. We know that VonAsten doesn't have tier 4, but DevM doesn't know that precisely yet, so he's keeping a watchful eye. Probably the biggest indicator would be 7-man infantry. That might be an indicator, but again, you could always go for this upgrade. I know a lot of players don't, but that is always an option if he wants to. But like I said, I don't think he will. Nice tripwire mine, gets a model, and reveals the MG in the north. Unfortunately, the engineers being pushed back in the south by the Panzer IV and the Grenadiers as well. Actually, might be able to do some real damage here. The AT gun doesn't have much protecting it, and he's being pushed back. We have a T-70? A T-70. Oh my god, VonAsten is desperate. Going for a T-70 onto the field. It's not late into the game, but it's definitely far past its usefulness, I would say. I mean, it can still be useful, but right now you're dealing with a Panzer IV, and your idea is a T-70, which is designed to fight light infantry. I mean, we have a sniper on the field, so it might be a good thing to chase that down. Rifle grenade doesn't get the engineer, but does get the AT gun to bring it down quite a bit. Grenadiers trying to finish off the AT, but nice reinforcement by conscripts will make sure that doesn't happen. So yeah, he's gonna fall back, especially if if DevM really wants to be sneaky and thinks he has such a decisive handle on this battle, he could go for the Tiger. He absolutely could do that, but we'll see. Sniper gonna have a rough time if that T-70 spots it. Luckily, Pack Gun forces the T-70 back. Panzer IV being like, wait, T-70, mine. He misses the shot, but the Pack does not. Zis though returns fire. Wow, gets 2 good shots on target, bringing it down to half health. Sniper, though, trying to get a pick. But again, has to watch out. Those guards are around the corner. He is going to take a shot. Gets the guards. Good kill. And he's going to pull back. But that does reveal that DevM has a sniper. Hopefully he reveals it. Conscripts, though, coming in the south, trying to pick off said sniper, I think. It does get suppressed. Won't do all that much. And will get forced back. Right now, though, Grenadiers taking a number of hits. Conscript might try to pick him off, but I don't think he will. He will get around the MG, and the sniper's now being picked on. Hold on, can he finish the job? T-70 as well, pushing from the north. Not enough to kill the sniper, but Molotov on the Pack will do some decent damage, forcing it to reposition itself. Zis now also trying to put pressure there. No artillery barrage. T-70 up north, putting pressure on the Pioneer. Good battle for VonAsten, trying to gain the upper hand in this map in a situation where he is down 2-1 on VPs. So yeah, he needs to do something. Another AT gun now being deployed. No new tier 4 building. Conscripts down south, though, taking a lot of damage. Rifle grenade does miss the target, and he will retreat with just 2 bottles being removed. Scout car now taking a number of hits. Again, also manages to retreat. T-70, oh my god, get that man to repairs. Looks like he never cleared that minefield, VonAsten. Really coming back to bite you, losing 3 models to that S minefield. Meanwhile, MG is lying in wait up north and will stop that conscript squad from taking the territory. They'll have to retreat into the building and then in turn get out through the side door and get out of there in one piece. Sniper's back in mid again. Wow, they picked off one of the rifles, but he managed to grab it before retreating. MG and the Pack are close in proximity to each other, but we have no mortar, nothing to really play upon that weakness right there. Engineer squad managed to come around and hit the MG, so good job. And he does have a flamethrower with it, so very good. A good amount of damage there. So he will take the north. Sniper could move in, and he's doing exactly that. The problem with the sniper, though, while the sniper is great, is the kills he's getting off these conscripts are far less effective than a kill with a sniper versus a grenadier. Because I think it's what? Oh god, quick math here. I think it's what? You're talking about 16% effectiveness compared to 25% effectiveness for a Grenadier squad? So, it's still effective, don't get me wrong, but it is slightly less effective versus a conscript just because of the amount of models in that unit. Panzer IV doesn't mind, he'll just fire and force the unit back. But again, he did decap the point, but squarely, DevM is getting a lot more resources right now than VonAsten. He needs to do something in order to turn this tide and really gain that map control. Conscripts doing what they can, decapping the points. Again, with 2 Panzer IVs on the field, it's going to be really hard for VonAsten to keep holding on this entire front because, yes, he has 2 AT guns, but so, I mean, like, with the amount of armor he currently has and weighs, hold on, Pack Gun stuns the T-70. He does manage to get out of there, so he will survive. No Grenadiers to finish him off with the Faust. Sniper being picked on, but Conscripts holding up firm onto the point, even with an MG fire on him. MG holding the north as well, forcing it back into the minefield. Hold on. Gets the kill. Why you have to clear the mines, gentlemen? Why you have to clear the mines? And right now, sorry, my cat is on the keyboard. Got her off before she could shut off the stream again. Pioneers in the south, guard troops trying to do what they can, but again, behind good cover, it's going to be a little bit long before they can. Mark targets in play. Hold on. Yeah, they have a marked target. Battle phase 3 has been unlocked. Panzer IV easily going to push back the guard forces. Not sure why the marked target was in effect, unless he was just trying to keep the Panzer IV back. Conscripts have made it back, but very low health all across the board. Now the AT guns are being pressured. Panzer IV diving on in. Air support now being called in. Really just going to target the T-70. Guard troops are trying to button, but AT guns can't really... Oh, wait, mine! Mine hit on the Panzer IV, and the Zis gun should finish it off. Come on. They get it, but Panzer IV comes along the side. Kills one AT gun. The other one's now open to being taken out. Grenadier squads are putting the pressure. 222 just charging on in. AT grenade's going to hit this, I believe. It will, but they have nothing to finish it off. That T-70 can't move in with that air support inbound. And right now overhead. Oh my god, conscript squad. No, get out! And I think that's it. That will be it. VonAsten just calls it. It's going to be a GG. And DevM will win the first battle of the finals. Very decisively. Again, you got the kill on the Panzer IV, but there's too much infantry, armor, support. Way too much for VonAsten to handle. I think the big deciding factor there was way too much frontline infantry and picking the T-70. I know you really needed something to fight off a lot of the MGs and go around, but it just wasn't worth it in my opinion. But let's double check that after action report to see what was the MVP of the game. And yeah, we can currently see right now that most damage and kills easily goes to DevM. And unfortunately, VonAsten tried to keep par, but could not do so. 22 kills with his conscripts compared to DevM, who got 59. Never lost a single Grenadier squad. He did lose the Panzer Grenadier squad. I won't hold that. I'm going to hold that against you, DevM. He did walk directly into the mine. But, I mean, to be fair, VonAsten retreated his conscripts into the mines and, well, lost the squad. So, fair is fair. And both were very close in proximity to the minesweepers, is why I'm bringing it up. But, again, good battle. Good overall first blow. But I think VonAsten definitely needs a change of style if he wants to compete with DevM now. But we'll see what happens in Game 2. You guys were all for Von, and then now you're like, Von's not the favorite. Can't deal with Von. Sorry. But I believe, Von, I believe in you. I think you can still come back in this. But, wrong side. Whoops. Let me get that. There we go. That looks a lot better. There we go. Alrighty, so we'll see if Von manages to come back and how things go. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17 casting the second game in the finals for the Tactical Resurgence tournament. Again, we'll see how things progress. But right now, DevM and VonAsten are duking it out in the Nexus, a 1v1 map. And DevM has gone with USF with Recon Support Company, IR Pathfinders, Greyhound, possibly even Paratroopers. I'm excited. And now we have Von coming in. Now, Von did lose his last game. DevM took the lead. And 82% of my current audience believes that DevM will win this game. Will he or will VonAsten turn the tide and show DevM who's boss? That is the question. And we will see the answer in just a moment. Now, VonAsten's bringing up a Grenadier, Pioneer, MG start, so he's not going to go with a... well, he doesn't even have them, so no Assault Grenadiers of any variety. But he is pushing up, trying to grab that key territory that connects overall all of his territory. So he wants to make sure that he gets all that while pushing forward. Is there anything along the left-hand side? I mean, we have the rear echelon here. We got some riflemen pushing down south. So it looks like the south is where he does not want to engage. Rear echelon are trying to keep him busy in mid. Actually, riflemen going straight for the jugular. Not going here. Going instead for the middle capture point. Pioneers can have a rough time. MG, however, setting on up, but rear echelons just walk on out of the zone while the riflemen continue to fire against the Pioneers. Grenadiers, though, are just capturing the fuel. That's the one thing I'll say is, while these riflemen are currently engaging, VonAsten's just grabbing that fuel and keeping par right now with DevM. Munition-wise, DevM has the lead, but still, very curious. Very curious indeed. Grenadiers have also been deployed, but they are actually heading north. More riflemen have been deployed. They're going to get to that high wall cover. Grenadiers, very smartly, going to pull on back around the wall so they don't take any additional damage. Took a little health, but at least they didn't lose the model. So again, that's always important. Make sure you don't lose that model. Because again, that could really impact you for future battles. MG needs to set up, but riflemen are pressing him right now. Pioneers are also heading back. Grenadiers are on standby, so they could provide something. But the riflemen are right now in really good cover. MG just being closed on. Needs to fall back or do something. Come on, VonAsten. What's the game plan? Grenadiers coming on in. Rifleman putting pressure, and the MG finally retreats. Heading back to base. Pioneers moving the cover. Grenadiers staying out of cover. And I think DevM is going to easily win this. Oh, wait. Grenadier. Oh, no. Grenadier falling back at low health and only 2 models. He may focus. He is focusing. Trying to pick off the unit. 1 model down. Grenade thrown. Gets the model on the retreat. VonAsten taking a heavy blow early on. My chat may be right. DevM may be too good with riflemen. VonAsten needs to do something in order to turn this tide. Riflemen are retreating back to base. It is not looking good. Point has been decapped, so this capture point and the fuel are currently cut off from VonAsten's supply chain. And right now, DevM takes the early lead. And at least the overall resources on the map. And right now, VPs. With only 1 VP point captured, he's putting the pressure on VonAsten. Very good to see. Very good to see. Rear echelons are going to grab the munitions as well, bringing himself up to 47 munitions per turn. If he wants to get those bars, which I'm assuming he'll get very soon, he'll probably get that upgrade in just a moment. But also, these poor Grenadiers have to go into battle. Like, these Grenadiers, just to give you a visual idea of how these Grenadiers are going in, they're going in with, like, bandages on their left arm, with it, like, in a sling, with a pistol on their right flank, just, like, trying to battle. Some of them are going in with crutches. It's not great. They need to get some medics on these men and heal them up. I mean, like, I would be surprised but it would not be fair to say, it actually would be fair to say that these men are essentially going in with wheelchairs at this point. They need something to help them get up to full strength before engaging, because otherwise it's going to be a slaughter. Rear echelon now fighting from the building, and actually have a good chance. Again, for perspective, this building has 3 window slots, so because rear echelon are in good cover, and they're putting pressure on them, yeah, they pick off a model very easily. That's more manpower VonAsten just can't afford to lose. MG as well being pressured. I don't think he's going to sit up in time. And once again, VonAsten just is pushed back to his base. Now, he does have the light mechanized company, but he has so little fuel. He is going to end up having to get the 222. But on the flip side, DevM is getting so much fuel. He's already got himself the lieutenant. And I guarantee he's probably going to get himself either a Stewart or a Greyhound very soon. It just really comes down to command points. And right now, he doesn't have enough for a Greyhound, so the Stewart it is. And it's going to deploy onto the field of battle. But 52 munitions per turn. We're about to see a lot more. 57 munitions per turn. We're about to see 62 munitions per turn. And that's about to also get 48 fuel per turn for DevM. He is soaking in those resources, really enjoying himself, and gonna probably rush to get that medium armor. I mean, he's already got the light armor out by a little over 6 minutes, but honestly, he'll get the medium armor out even sooner at this point with the fuel income he's currently getting. 222 and MG trying to deal what they can, but again, I rarely see a player pick grenades, but the grenades have been so good for DevM, just easily blocking the MG's effectiveness with the smoke, making him redeploy, and now the Grenadiers, while they do have an MG42, are definitely in a bit of a pickle as they try to push up. The blob is real, and they push forward. Grenadiers, though, could be body blocked. And that's exact. Oh, another grenade being thrown, but this one a little off. Gets a little health damage, but that's about it. Do get another model or two on the retreat. The blob, though, is being picked off by the 222. They get to cover immediately. Stewart's on the field. We're now getting medics. I mean, I will say that DevM did not get an ambulance out, so a lot of his men are fighting at a less effectiveness. Luckily, most of the forces are retreating, allowing VonAsten, I believe, a little bit of breathing room. A little, not much, but it's better than the closed box he put himself into. Now he's in, I don't know. Instead of a tiny little box, he's now in a closed casket. But he needs to get himself out of all the boxes and dominate this field of battle, but I just don't see it. MG's gonna have an issue because their echelons are here, and as long as their presence is there, they can just keep putting pressure on the MG. Meanwhile, we have a Faust inbound, but again, it's a Stewart. They're just gonna pop out, quickly repair the tank, and then, well, quickly go back in. So I don't think it was worth it to lose 2 models and almost lose that squad. Riflemen are just gonna chill out, just try to hold the fuel for as long as they can. Grenadiers, they're at half health. They could engage, but the riflemen are just gonna hide behind the wall. Now he could pop a rifle grenade if he knows where they are, or as a general idea, but we'll see. I think the riflemen will still win this fight. Grenade being thrown, forcing him out of cover, and riflemen will win that battle. North is looking a little better. At least they took the territory where echelons. Well, they were relatively fine on models, just health-wise they needed some help. Lieutenant coming on in. And the 222 is engaging, but now we're in a situation once again where that Stewart comes into play. You are Fausting, and there is a pack. There is a pack, so at least he has something to follow up with it, but unfortunately he doesn't have the firepower to break through DevM's infantry guarding the Stewart and really kill the unit. Meanwhile, the riflemen have broken through VonAsten's forces, and yeah, VonAsten has to pull back immediately. Oh my god. Fuel is currently being captured by the riflemen. DevM in a really good spot. VonAsten getting more grenadiers. Alright, wait, how close is DevM to getting a Sherman? He's getting closer. He's getting closer. He's probably not going to get it as fast as I thought he would based on the map control, but he's still about to get double fuel, so maybe closer than... Still pretty close. Riflemen putting pressure on the Pioneers. The 222 is being pressured, but luckily the pack is there, holding back the Stewarts. VonAsten, have you upgraded yet? He has not. He has yet to upgrade the Battle Phase 2. Just to put you in perspective of where each of them are. 50 cal is being set up to hold back the infantry. Gets sight on the Grenadiers. Puts shots on target. Also could activate armor-piercing rounds to push back the 222 if he wants to. He has plenty of munitions coming in. He could absolutely do so. Rifle grenade comes in, puts pressure on the 50 cal. Pack gun setting on up. What you gonna do? MG pushes back the rifleman. Grenade misses for the most part. Just a little health damage. We can see DevM is now making sure his men are well equipped with bars and hopefully gives them gives them to the rest of his men. Grenadiers going into the middle to cap the point. Needs to stop the bleed. Pack gun pushes back the Stewart. Again, good pressure. Good pressure done. But down south, we have an engagement. Pioneers and Echelons. Echelons will fall back. Pioneers win the day. We'll hopefully grab some more territory. Again, slowly but surely, VonAsten is getting a grips on the battlefield, but DevM is not letting him go without a fight, as the Lieutenant comes in with double bars, and the Thompson, trying to push back the Grenadier, and it looks like he will do so. More Grenadiers coming on in, but he's a fresh recruit. 222 opening fire. We have a Greyhound? Alright, this is where it's do or die for DevM. DevM is coming into this with 2 light tanks thinking he can beat VonAsten before VonAsten can get that medium armor. It's a risk. The risk is, if Von gets that medium armor, DevM is in a heck of a pickle. But VonAsten can't get that medium armor or can't deal with the light armor in general, then DevM did the smart move. We'll see. Big push coming in. A bunch of riflemen across the board. Can we get a kill against this Grenadier squad? The bush may prevail and save the squad, and it looks like it will. Diving onto the pack. Oh, shoot. Pack's still alive with a... Oh, my God. So little health. Gets another shot. Pioneers will probably make sure that Pack is re-equipped. And, yeah, Pack gun is now operational. Inside the zone. Can he finish off the Stewart? He just needs sight. He does. Stewart goes down. And so is the Greyhound. That's 2 light tanks down for the count, even without medium armor. And DevM's gamble has not paid off. He does kill the Pack, however. He doesn't have men to, well, kill it head on, but he does deploy smoke in an effort to capture it, and he will. But another Pack gun has been deployed. Rifle grenade does miss. MG setting on up, so once the smoke disappears, the MG will light them up. 50 cal, though, stopping the Grenadier blob, and it is a blob, all 3 men in close proximity. So good play by DevM. At least he did steal a Pack. So he has something to deal with VonAsten if he deploys armor, which we know VonAsten is nowhere close to getting that armor. But at least killing both the Greyhound and the Stewart is a really, really good play by VonAsten. He needed that. He absolutely needed to do that. And now he has a fighting chance. Because now he has the armored unit on the field. He is the only armored unit. But DevM is deploying the Major. So he'll have a Sherman up in probably the next, what, 4 minutes? So by the 17-minute mark, he'll have a Sherman. He would have one up sooner, but he went with the Greyhound, so... Oh, well. You always take those risks. Hoping to end the battle sooner, and it did not pay off. Anyway, Grenadiers grabbed the south fuel, and with the northern fuels being taken by the MG, Echelons once again just chilling in the building. Just hanging on out, trying to cause all sorts of trouble for anything that tries to grab that fuel. Giving some veterancy. Riflemen just watching over the middle VP. Again, VonAsten may have won that battle, but overall, VP-wise, DevM is still in the lead. Usually VonAsten, again, will allow the enemy to gain a little bit of VP lead, but this is way too much for comfort. It's 250 points, and you still don't have advantage on the field of battle, so we'll see. Rifleman once again trying to go in for that Grenadier squad, getting a couple models, doesn't go in for the kill. He is focusing on the other Grenadiers, though. None of them are very low health, so I think he's relatively fine. AT grenade was not able to be popped, and the 222 continues to tear apart the Rifleman. Riflemen, by the way, have 5 kills, 12 kills, 7 kills. Grenadiers have 1 kill, 6 kills, let's see. 12 kills, and the last one having, come on, 4 kills. Okay, so, okay kill count, all things considered. 50 cal being set up. Rifleman push back once again. Again, the longer that DevM gets all those munitions, the more likely those men are going to become more of a pain with bars. MG capturing the north, so at least that's something. He gets 1 VP to stop hemorrhaging, but he's still losing blood. 50 cals overwatching the territory. Grenadiers pushing on in a pattern spread out, so that way the 50 cal can't get both of them. Lieutenant, again, why smoke is so good. Now he's closing the gap on the MG. The MG could always pull back, but still, something to keep note of. Where's the infantry to guard this AT gun? Well, it's not around, so Grenadiers might go for it. Another 50 cal being developed by the USF. DevM is pushing in the north. Not working out for him. The MG is holding firm. But the 50 cal in the building is stopping the Grenadier squad, though the suppression should end shortly. Echelons, though, will flank the MG. Still, I don't think it's going to be enough. Gets in the building, suppression ended, and now the Echelon is going to try to finish the MG, but the MG will be fine. They don't have the DPS for it, especially with a Minesweeper. Come on, VonAsten, do you have... Yes, you do! You have the building unlocked. You have it built. You have enough to get armor, but you're going to save for the Panzer IV. DevM, on the other hand, is saving for a Sherman, but it looks like both competitors will have their medium armor out at roughly the same time. We're looking at roughly 300 points, though, difference. But at the very least, VonAsten is starting to put some dent into DevM's, well, significant advantage in victory points. 222 opening fire on the Major. Pack is being brought up. Grenadiers pulling back, so nothing to stop them at this moment in time. Grenadiers and Pioneers coming onto the field. Again, we have Riflemen spread across the entire field of battle for the most part. So any push is going to be met with some resistance. 50 cal up north, going to put some pressure on the Grenadier squad. I don't think the I mean, good job on veterancy. Vet 3 Grens are nothing to sneeze at. But with the 50 cal here, that's going to be a bit of an issue. He's staying back. He could have flanked with the 222. There's nothing really stopping him. Well, okay, Pack Gun's now moving on in, but at the moment, if he went up north, he probably would have been fine. More like in this general area. But he's still just chilling in the back. Down south, the Grenadier and Pioneer get pushed back by, well, another 50 cal and 2 infantry. Those 50 cals are really putting a hamper on VonAsten's advances. He needs to deal. He needs something to deal with them. Luckily, he may have exactly that. Panzer IV is now being deployed, beating the Sherman onto the field of battle. VonAsten probably can't believe the fact he's going to have the first major medium tank onto the field of, well, against DevM. DevM finally getting his Sherman, but still, hopefully the Panzer IV can do something. Major artillery coming in onto the MG. Luckily, it's not vetted, so don't expect it to be too powerful. 222 trying to push back the Major. We have a major retreat going on by DevM. Again, nothing to really deal with it, so it makes sense. Oh my god, now VonAsten's chasing DevM. It's like, how do you feel? Trying to kill that MG. If he can, that would be a nice little win for VonAsten. All the infantry, though, are turning the corner. This will be a bad time as the Sherman's coming out and the Pack Gun redeploys. AT Grenade's going to hit this, I think. No, wait. They don't. They don't get the shot on target. He also doesn't activate armor-piercing rounds. He has plenty of munitions. Actually, both do. So very curious on that. Because you figure he wants to kill something, and a Vet 3 Scout Car is something you do have to deal with. It is a threat, a credible threat. Panzer IV, though, backing on up. Unfortunately, the pack is just off. Luckily, he redeploys. And wait, he missed, but it looks like it hit. Or am I mistaken in that? Whatever the case, half the health of the Sherman is gone. Riflemen are now dealing with the Grenadiers. Pack Gun's still putting pressure on the Sherman. One last shot would finish it, but I don't think he wants to get close because, well, the other pack is still in proximity. He might try something, but again, it would be very risky. Grenadiers are coming in the south. 50 cal is right there. And again, the Pack Gun that the Americans have could easily swing around and hit the Panzer IV if he comes this way. Looks like he's just going to hang out in the south and get the fuel under his control. 2 VPs are right now under VonAsten's belt, but DevM still has a 3-1 lead. And also, population-wise, actually, VonAsten well, no, I'm sorry. He has the Sherman decrewed. They're about even in overall population. Panzer IV just knocks out the Major. Oh, God. Well, there goes our commanding officer. Whoops. Major, the crew are like, just hide in the building. Riflemen are pushing into mid. Again, coming in 2 different directions, so the MG is rendered useless and has to fall back. Grenadiers are pushing up north, I think. Yeah. Major push up north. Again, 222 really helping out against that infantry. And they will grab the north. So even though middle is now going to be captured by the Americans, and now the south, well, I take that back. Pioneers got this. Wait, is the Major going to die? Hold on. Yes, he burns. Well, okay, it's not the Major, it's his crew. But yeah, he dies. The Major unit dies. Grenadiers dealing with the pack. If they kill the pack. DevM getting sloppy, losing 2 units in close proximity. Again, a major win for VonAsten. Even killing the unit on retreat. I love the rifle grenades. He was expecting him to capture it immediately, but it did not happen. Luckily, he'll just move on in. 50 cal, though, lying in wait. Not enough can be done to stop that pack's retreat, unfortunately. Good move by DevM, anticipating the rifle grenade, waiting, capture. Good job there. Great job by DevM in capturing that pack. He still lost the major. Gonna hold that against you. Oh, but again, DevM's still in a good position. He doesn't have a lot of manpower. He's using it to reinforce his riflemen right now. But he does have a lot of fuel. So another, like a Jackson or a Sherman, not a fan of it, but the mortar carriage could all be picked if he has the manpower, if he can get the manpower saved up. Luckily, Pack is putting pressure on the Panzer IV. Sherman, relatively fine, took a shot. Panzer IV, though, has to retreat. Pioneers are going in to go heal it. Up north, 222 took an AT grenade to the face. MG, though, stopping any further advancements. Echelon should be able to capture the point, and more pressure now being placed on VonAsten. Another Panzer IV, though, being developed. And again, it's going to be curious to see what DevM picks. Is he going to go with a Jackson, or is he going to go with a Sherman? I'm thinking Jackson, but we'll see. If Jackson, the Panzer IVs would be less effective. And yep, he's doing Jackson. But on the flip side, even though the Panzer IVs would have a hard counter against them, 2 Panzer IVs versus 1 Jackson alone, Jackson's going to be a world of hurt. And as well, the infantry, the Grenadiers respectively, wouldn't have a hard counter against them like 2 Shermans would. So, we'll see. Oh, here come the mines. From the sky, everybody. Luckily, they just get 1 model, and the Grenadiers will still take the north. Keeping the VPs relatively in VonAsten's favor, at least for declining on DevM. Sherman putting pressure on the Grenadier squad. Again, pack ready, riflemen on standby. They could make an effort to push. Drop some smoke, make an effort. Again, smoke with the Sherman. Panzer IV moving on in. Both Panzers are operational. And now one has vet one, so we could do a blitz. Good shot with the pack. Again, no captain yet, so no American M1s yet on the field. He could deploy this, but I mean, I would say paratroopers are fine with bazookas, but I guess he's not doing it. Anyway, MG being hit by the Sherman, using high explosive rounds. Nice Faust pack combo, gonna cripple that Sherman. Jackson is on the field, lying in wait for a push. Panzer IVs are not doing so. They're still testing the area. He's moving up north. Jackson could fire, though. He does. Gets a great shot on the Panzer IV. Doesn't want to move up further. Rifleman could snare. And DevM will push slightly. But VonAsten's line hasn't cracked yet. He still has the MG. The Panzer IVs are relatively fine. Plenty of infantry. Infantry up north are actually dying quite a bit to the 222. Rifleman taking a nasty shot. Has to pull on back. Grenadiers in close proximity. Jackson needs to worry. Sherman still getting repairs. It's alone on the front, and there's a pack gun still, so Jackson has to worry about possibly being, well, hit by AT. Lieutenant capturing the fuel. What is going to happen right now? Grenadiers trying to do what they can, but Lieutenant, again, dropping smoke. They're just going to capture the point. And again, he's putting the smoke down so he can cap it and allow the MG to set up. So when he gets out of the smoke, well, the Grenadier squad is going to be a world of hurt. Well, Sherman and Panzer IV actually are going to engage. Jackson's also there. Panzer IV. Oh, no, they're blocking. There's blocking. No smoke can be deployed. Panzer IV, I think, is going to bite it. No, we have a miss. A lucky miss. And the Sherman's on explosives. So, yeah, Panzer IV will live. Pack gun is there in case they do charge. Grenadier squad, I don't think is going to cap it before being neutralized. Oh, very lucky to lose that squad from the explosive round, but he does retreat. Pack is going to return fire. Does miss target. Down south, however, we have infantry trying to cap. MG does retreat. There is 1 squad of riflemen. They could throw a grenade. Men are very low on health. Riflemen might try to pick off that Vet 3 squad. Can he do so? Wait, there's a minefield going off. Oh, he jumped the mines on the retreat. Alas, not enough to kill the MG, and the Grenadiers will live. Mines have not been effective. Luckily, VonAsten's retreat has been pretty on point. And unfortunately, the minefield has not allowed Not gotten that really decisive kill that DevM really wants. Alright, it's a close battle, but I think the... Nope, I take that back. Run! VonAsten, run! Oh, I think this squad's dead. He's gonna body block. Yep. I think he's gonna kill it. Up north, we have double packs right now fighting a lieutenant. Oh, it's gonna be close, but I think he's done. The MGs did not sit up in time, and there goes the Grenadier squad. He needs a new one. He does not have the manpower right now. AT guns are capturing the north. Now, this would be a good idea to mine, because the pack gun would have to redeploy and set up, and you can hit it on the retreat path. That would be a good idea to hit. But anyway, Resurgence has to fall back. 50 cal doing what it can against the MG. I'm sorry, the AT gun. The MG is being hit by the Sherman. Luckily, Pack is focusing there. Panzer IV focusing on the MG. Jackson coming around, though he is a little bit weakened. Good positioning by the Panzer IV allows for the Jackson to be unable to hit him. Panzer IV down south trying to cause havoc. But again, VonAsten, 100 points. 4-1 lead for DevM. Again, really good job at keeping that lead. So, but right now, VonAsten stopping that with the Pioneer grabbing the northern point. It's really curious to see how this is going to go. We have another Sherman in play. DevM has not had the best armor game so far. Well, let's see if he can change that with a double Sherman Jackson push. Backed up by a lot of really good infantry. Wait, we have a dive going on up north. Panzer IV does miss... sorry, the Jackson does miss target. Wait, air support inbound. Jackson going to take a number of hits along with the Sherman. Hold on. One shot remaining. Panzer IV, though weakened, still manages to hold on to the field of battle and stay in the area. He's going to repair. Infantry moving on up. Where's the Grenadiers? They're, well, on the other side of the map. Panzer IV easily dealing with the American forces down south. God, if they only could see that. But all well. Jackson will be repaired. Panzer IV moving on up. We do have something that ended up dying. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, 50 cal died. Okay. Nice shot by the Panzer IV and Grenadier. Good teamwork. Panzer IV putting pressure on the Sherman. The other Sherman is injured, so he's not going to come in. Jackson's busy up north against the other Panzer IV, but he did kill it. Panzer IV is dead, and the MG will probably die to those mines, right? Yep. So, losses on both sides right now. Panzer IV backing on up. Another Panzer could be deployed. DevM. Let's see. He has... Yeah, DevM absolutely won that armor game. Absolutely. He had better micro and better preservation with his armor, allowing for now a 3-1 advantage over VonAsten's forces. This is not good. VonAsten needs a lucky kill or something, a teller mine, anything in order to kill a Sherman or a Jackson. But right now in this situation, DevM, all he needs is a good push and he can neutralize VonAsten's remaining reserves. Now, VonAsten, I think, yeah, he upgraded Battle Phase 3. So are we going to see a possible save for a Tiger? Again, not a great choice, to be honest, because again, you still have a lot of really good armor forces that can hit him. Or is he going to finally upgrade to a tier 4 building and get himself a Panther? We'll see. Riflemen are pushing down south. Right now, it looks like VonAsten is caught out of position. No mines can be dropped, but the armor is advancing. Pack gun trying to help. Nice smoke onto the pack. Panzer IV trying to hold. Armor is advancing. Not... Where's the Grenadiers? They are somewhere else. They're busy up north. They're redeploying, but it's too late. Panzer IV backing up. Grenade on the pack. Still lives. Sherman coming in from the other direction. And the Sherman's... I mean, like, this one's injured, but it's pulling back. Jackson as well pulling back. Faust hit him, but nothing to finish, like, cause an engine crit. Pack-gun redeploying, but the Sherman's already gone. And another good battle for DevM, keeping the pressure on VonAsten. Alright. There's no building being made. He's going for a Tiger. He's absolutely going for a Tiger. But right now in a situation where he no longer controls the VPs. Grenadier's trying to help. Jackson just chilling. He's just... these crew could help, but nah, they're just going to watch. Panzer IV opening fire on the Resurgence squad. Sherman now moving in, but the pack is ready. Or not. He's backing up. At least the other pack got recrewed, so he didn't lose it. Or de-deployed. No, he deployed a new one, I think. No, sorry. It was one already on the map. My apologies. It was probably one that from the up north he just recaptured. Sorry. I got confused for a second. Like, wait a second. No. Where'd that pack come from? Lieutenant flanking the MG. It is a 50 cal. I won't give credit. He did end up stealing that 50 cal from earlier. But he needs to pull on back. He needs to get out of there. Actually, come to think of it, DevM did lose that Resurgence squad. So, at least he did take a loss. DevM still leads in better infantry and better armor. But right now, VonAsten has the triple MG threat. But we've seen DevM just easily go around them. MG trying to hold. Pack guns holding. Air support coming on in. Should easily push back the Sherman and Jackson. Luckily dodges the first strike. Second one inbound. Jackson's not moving. Jackson loses about a quarter of its health. Pack's moving in. Panzer IV also advancing. Sherman does end up dying in the north due to pack fire, so good job there. While he had to focus micro here, he lost the Sherman because unfortunately the packs were able to counter him before retreating. Panzer IV pushing back the lieutenant down south. Another Sherman being developed, and the Tiger may make its debut very, very soon. Again, many people apparently expected DevM to easily beat VonAsten. But once again, VonAsten will not allow that to happen, or at least very easily. Wait, Grenadier Squad could bite it here. No, should be fine. Gets out in one piece. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Pack gun is getting quite a number of good hits along the Panzer IV. Infantry providing sight. Where's that Jackson? Coming in, gets a good shot. Pack gun needs to set up and stop that Jackson from finishing off the unit. Again, Rifleman pushing on in. Smoke being placed. There goes an MG. Pack gun down. 2 units down. And now we have a Tiger. I don't think DevM knows that VonAsten's going for a Tiger. I can make a guess, but he needs to... If he pushes right now thinking that thing is crippled, he's going to be in for a rude awakening. But I also don't think pushing the Tiger in is a good idea with a lot of AT forces that could easily hold that Tiger back. This is what not to do with a Tiger, ladies and gentlemen. This is what not to do with a Tiger. Oh my god, getting stunned by the pack is decrewed. And I think the Tiger might die here. Wait, the second pack is here. Trying to put pressure, but he is missing. Or at least doesn't have sight from the bush. They take the south. And VonAsten does call it there after losing a number of his MGs and other support. Again, I don't think pushing a Tiger at the last second is a good idea. I still think you had more fight in you. But I think he realized, okay, I don't have the manpower to get all my men up to date as well as then heal my armor. But I think pushing the Tiger as you did was a bad idea. Because again, he had the pack, the Jackson, the Sherman, everything else. That unfortunately was not a good push. You had some good moves though, VonAsten. DevM though just outclassed you in a number of ways. However, DevM, your initial armor push did not pay off. You lost so many light tanks and you forgoed victory in the beginning. So, yep, that was a big loss for you, but still a good game overall. Let's double check after action report, shall we? And we can see here that again, VonAsten did really well against DevM. I thought the Riflemen were the better infantry, but we see here VonAsten actually got a higher kill rate and more damage. Now again, I will say that DevM typically had more armor, but damage-wise, VonAsten did really well. So let's see, what was the kill count? Okay, 62 kills for the Grenadiers and 11,000 damage for the pack. Meanwhile, for DevM, I swear to God, if that pack gun is top damage, I'll laugh. Aw, dang it. Rifleman, 54 damage. He did kill one of them. He did kill... I missed that, but he did kill Rifleman squad. I think I missed it. But yeah, no, he still got a number of kills. So, good for him. Alright, that's going to be game 2. We're now moving on to game 3. And thank you, by the way, for adjusting that Wait, 42,000 to go to Isildur. Are you serious? Isildur betting big and paying off. Back, we are live and ready for game 3. Alrighty, hello everyone. This is Greyshot117 here, bringing you the third game out of a best of 5 with VonAsten versus DevM. Now, VonAsten has done well, but unfortunately DevM has been superior in this game. He's done extremely well for himself, holding back VonAsten from achieving any victories in the last 2 games. Although, while making mistakes himself, to be fair, DevM has not been perfect. He has absolutely lost a number of key battles that would have either decisively ended the game sooner or made it more difficult for VonAsten to come through. But every single time, he's always managed to make it through the odds, even no matter what VonAsten has brought to the table, and absolutely has kept victory safe within his clutches. But will that change in the third game? Right now, VonAsten is going with a Soviet build. He's not going with penals. We've seen penals before. Not going. Conscript seems to be the way of the game, at least for this round. Now, the question is, what will he go in order to keep DevM, well, on par with himself? And right now, we know DevM went Lightning War. He doesn't know that. He hasn't seen any of these commanders chosen yet, and he won't for a little while, but what will he do? Now, we know G43 rifles aren't the hot thing with Grenadiers, so most likely he won't realize for them. Most likely he'll realize if a Panzer Grenadier squad with G43s is deployed to the field of battle. Now, interesting choice for the barbed wire location. Okay. Whatever the case may be, he at least grabs the north, so VonAsten will have a steady amount of fuel. Same thing with DevM. And right now, Pioneers are also going for another capture point, but that will put him in the crosshairs of conscripts opening fire. Now, they'll probably decap the point and reposition or allow the MG to open fire. Now, remember, because of the cover, the MG will have a harder time suppressing. Unless it's like this squad who's out of cover. Alright, so now we got guard mortar. So it's very curious to see how this compares and does. Again, guards rifle, fantastic infantry. Heavy mortar, very annoying, but dealable. The biggest issue here is going to be that T-34-85, and how effective that's going to be if deployed. We've seen VonAsten pick this before, and, well, he deployed 2 T-70s. Hopefully he does not make the same mistake again, or at very least doesn't end up losing 2 T-70s. Pioneer squad has to back up. Grenadier squad does manage to hold back the conscript and keeps the MG secure. Conscripts will still continue to try to hold and fight, but I don't know for how long that's going to happen. Meanwhile, on the far right-hand side, DevM is losing some models due to the engineer and conscript, respectively. Uraing themselves the better cover to fight. Green versus yellow. Green will win every time. For the most part. Depends on the unit's health. But conscript's pretty good. Grenadiers are pretty good. I expect things to go rather well. Anyway, engineer squad capturing the territory up north. We have the Grenadiers as well fighting some engineers. This one, wait, nope. MG's helping support. Engineer squad's going to have to pull back. Wait, they have the infantry actually flanking the Grenadier squad. If he retreats, he's going to retreat into this, won't he? Oh, we know. He's going to walk his men down south, hopefully getting a southern retreat rather than a northern one. Nope. He's going to get south. He's going to get a southern retreat, so he'll come this way. He was afraid he could come this way, and the units would end up, dying a little bit. So, flamethrower unit has been deployed as well, so we got that upgrade. I'm assuming the other one will be for minesweepers. DevM has gotten men with minesweepers, which is good. Both players have a knack for deploying mines, so it's always good to have those sweepers so they don't accidentally kill some of their own men by just walking them into a piece of territory. Conscript's going to build some cover. Actually kind of curious on the positioning on this, because usually it's kind of directional, so if your men are here and he's here, will that end up maybe? Huh. Well, it does help the MG. Any capacity. That cover is probably not going to be built because the Grenadier and the MG will annihilate that squad before he can finish. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Conscript trying to just hold the north, and so far doing a great job. Doing great work in that inside that building, Conscript. So at least he's getting some resources. Meanwhile, the MG repositions. We have 3 Grenadier squads on the table, and now we have a Tier 2 building being unlocked, so Battle Phase 1 has been unlocked as well. VonAsten, though, only getting the Tier 2 building, so he might try to rush for 3. He has yet to deploy an MG or an AT gun or anything like that, so it could be a possibility, and it is going to be made a possibility, a reality, because of the fact that he is getting a tier 3 building, which makes a T70 likely to come around the corner. Not before, however, the 222 comes out and starts wrecking VonAsten, which we saw in the first game. VonAsten had a problem with the 222 just running amok. Now, does VonAsten have AT grenades? He does not. So the 222 will have a good time. Tripwire mine, I think, detonated down here. He lost a single model. Did conscripts kill it? I thought I heard an explosion. It could have been a barrel that exploded. I don't see any impact, so yeah, the conscript just shot a model. It wasn't a mine. Conscripts are currently dealing with with pioneers coming on in and fighting grenadiers, and I think they should win that battle before this conscript squad can really come in and have a major impact on the game. Territory has been cut off, so no fuel. And once again, VonAsten is driven to his base. DevM, again, doing very well early on. And unfortunately, DevM does so well that VonAsten does have a hard time coming back. MG's now being set up, also cutting off the the munitions. 222 now moving up north, going backwards because that's how awesome he is. If you have a pair of sunglasses on that 222, he absolutely would. Now engineers are moving on in. Mines are being placed, but with the sweepers, he should detect that. Or is he just out of range? I think he might have either saw it, or he's just out of range for the minesweeper to take effect. Grenadiers, I think, did hit a mine. They did. There's two bodies right there, but no kill, unfortunately. Conscripts are pushing south. Nothing stopping them. 222 is holding the north. Men are behind cover. They'll be relatively fine and put some pressure on the Grenadiers into 222. MG, though, being set on up, and the T70 is being deployed. Panzer Grenadiers are coming back. Hopefully this one doesn't die to a mine. Again, we're seeing a repeat of match 1, almost beat for beat. Except I think VonAsten's doing a little better than that previous game, but not by much. The real deciding factor will be if that T70 survives longer than, I don't know, a minute. That will be the deciding blow. But no Pack 40 yet. Rifle grenade being fired, going to be a total miss. Grenadiers and MG are still holding, however. T70 coming on in with the flamethrower that's put a lot of damage on those Grenadiers. Fortunately, the high wall takes the shots, maybe not as much as I thought. AT grenade not yet available, though he could get it. 222 backing on up. T70 repositioning to hit that MG. Armor-piercing rounds are enabled to hurt that T70 as much as possible. But with the conscripts and everything else opening fire, they might be able to kill it. It's going to be close. But MG will survive to fight another day. Most of the infantry, though, by VonAsten has to pull back. I think he might be trying to save up for some guards troops. And he has the munitions upgrade them for DPs. That would be a good advantage over the Grens. Great shots on the Grens, and the T70 now has nothing stopping him from pushing. I see no mines, but he's not advancing. Why? Because we just saw DevM place tellers. So he's scared, I assume, that teller could come into play. And also, there's still Grenadiers near the front. So if he chases, he could be boxed in, forced to go a certain way, and then hit by a teller. So definitely doesn't want to lose that T70 like last time. He's going to keep popping shots against Grenadier. 222 will do some damage. And again, he will get some good hits, but it's not going to be a ton. It's death by 1,000 cuts, but eventually those cuts will lead to death if that 222 is left unchecked. Engineer will heal that T70, however. But gotta give credit where credit is due. DevM currently has not 1, but 2 fuel points, leading to 39 fuel per turn. That's a nice little win. Why is there only 1 model here? What? What? Okay, now the rest of the men. He's like, all clear. And the rest of the men come up. Alright. That would be cool if you could send like 1 model up. Be like, alright, search, check to make sure that everything's fine. Alright. Dimitri, is it clear? Yes, it is. And then literally artillery shells annihilate him. Well, we didn't lose much. Guards are opening fire, and again, they are upgraded with DPs. 222's losing quite a bit of health, but manages to stick it on. Oh my god, he actually may not survive. Alright, now he does. He gets back. Conscripts taking the north. We have a couple mines being placed. Those sweepers are going to be the biggest threat, but right now they're busy with the 222. Grenadiers are pushing forward with the conscripts taking the north. Actually, conscripts as well with engineers taking the south. So good job on VonAsten taking both the flanks. Middle, though, is a little bit iffy, but the pack there, the T-70, can't really be used to great combat effectiveness. So, right now he's going to wait for those engineers to repair. Pack gun's going to set up so that way if the T-70 comes back, he has a nice wide open area to return fire at. So, okay, what's the plan here for DevM? Well, he's getting Battle Phase 2, so that should tell you all that you need to know. He's going to get a Panzer IV. And, yeah, he's probably going to get it in the next 3 minutes, which is going to be very, very bad for VonAsten. VonAsten, on the other hand, has yet to upgrade to Tier 4. How? How did you... Oh, my God. Tellermine, are you serious? All right, well, that's what you get when the Minesweeper is in the south rather than with your tank. And yeah, great Teller knocks out the light tank, and once again, VonAsten's getting a second one. Oh my God, Von! All right, at least get AT this time. Make sure you're clear. Oh my God, not again. Alright, look, to be fair, yes, T-70 is really good against infantry, and that will help him keep at least the infantry game fairly on his side. But as soon as that Panzer IV, which we know is coming around the corner very, very soon, gets deployed, this little guy is going to have a world of hurt coming to him. Now, luckily, the one advantage is VonAsten's mines. He is placing a lot of them across the entire field. So even if this sweeper does go into effect, he can't cover the entire map, as we just saw. So there is a little bit of hope. Not a lot, but there is a little bit. 222 coming on in. He's probably not expecting the T-70 to come around the corner, so he's going to hightail it out of there. Again, probably not give chase because of the fact that, well, he doesn't want this to happen again. Meanwhile, down south, conscripts do prevail and push back the Grenadiers. MG, though, is set up in mids, hopefully waiting for some Grenadiers to come on in for a push. Again, we got some sweepers in tow. Pack gun easily pushing back the T-70. 222 does take some damage, though. Guard troops are redeploying. Conscripts are moving to mid. Where are those sweepers? They are moving south. They are moving south. Okay, so infantry in mid could be stopped by the mines placed. That's at least some good news. AT gun is being deployed, but we're about to see that Panzer IV in about a minute. What just got hit? Oh, Panzer Grenadiers hit the mine. The sweepers were out of range. Okay, good, good, good. The mines are having an effect. Conscripts should be able to push back the Pioneer squad. Well, maybe not. 222 is coming on in. Oh, wait, more conscripts coming on in. Panzer Grenadiers better run. And they do. At least there's no mine on their retreat this time. Conscript's going to take the point. Again, we have VP point bleed. Not as heavy as last time, but we still have a bleed. Good dodge. Rifle grenade was missed. Get in the building. Pack gun redeploying down south, but T-70 is where? It's in mid, actually. So Pack gun's going to redeploy to mid to compensate for that. But the Grenadiers are holding back the engineers fairly well. No minesweepers, so the mines there could come into play. Conscripts are still in the cover, so 222 could move up, but they could also risk taking too much damage. And if he's not paying attention, get AT grenaded, though we've seen so far DevM has paid attention fairly well. And now comes the point of the game where I mentioned the fact the Panzer IV is about to deploy. Oh, God. Alright, Von. You need to do something. Wow, this thing has not gotten any kills. It almost vet one with no kills. Alright. Guard troops are taking the north. Hopefully they can grab the... Actually, that'll be double fuel for him, which would be really good. Although, even though he decaps the fuel, it's not enough. Panzer IV is on the field. I think DevM's ace in the hole is about to happen. Now, we've seen DevM F up his armor before. DevM deployed a Greyhound and a Stewart, hoping for a decisive victory, ended up having a colossal failure on his hands. So it's entirely possible the same could happen again. Grenadiers hit another mine, have to fall back. Guards troops absolutely clobbering those Panzer Grenadiers. But they do manage to hold out long enough for the Panzer IV to come on in. Oh, and also we got G43s. All right. You actually survived long enough to get them. Good job. Good job. Flare going into effect so they can at least see the devastation those conscripts are being hit with. Even better. Pack gun redeploying down south. I guess he's keeping watch of his 222 with it. And it makes sense. His Panzer IV doesn't need protection from that T-70. AT gun, though, is still lying in wait. And actually gets a good hit. Actually, good defense. Good positioning with the AT. The problem is going to be that T-70, which took a beating to the pack. Engineers there are going in to repair. We have another AT gun coming on in. VonAsten. Nice, man. DevM is having a rough time with VonAsten's mines. I mean, I still think VonAsten has it worse losing a T-70, but still. Oh, artillery barrage coming into effect. But this will allow the Panzer IV, knowing that this artillery barrage is hitting this, I'll be like, okay, AT gun, not going to shoot me for a little bit of time. I can move up and hit the conscripts. All right, now the barrage is done. AT gun's going to focus on the Panzer IV. He's going to fire through the brush. He does, but he misses. Down south, DevM is winning. Up north, at the very least, Vaughn's winning for the time being. He'll at least decap the point. I think the Grenadiers will win the battle, though. Again, a lot of infantry, a lot of manpower going into that infantry. Vaughn is yet to upgrade to tier 4. He really needs to kill that armor, but he's just not being given an opportunity to. AT gun moving south. Great kill on that conscript squad with the Panzer IV. And now we could possibly see a charge. AT gun realizing this, backing. Oh, no, they're pushing forward. Where's your infantry support? Maybe they could do a double fire and kill the 222, but he doesn't see it, so that's not happening. T-70, once again, up almost Vet 2. Very close, but no kills yet. T-70 is yet to get a single kill. Panzer IV is squad wiped. Now we're in a situation. Oh, great mine once again. Come on, AT guns. You can kill it. T-70's hit by a Faust, but we could have a situation where the Panzer IV can be knocked out, but 222 can move in to assist. We shall see. Where's all the infantry? Infantry is busy up north or back at base. Those AT guns, if they push, would have no infantry cover, and those Panzer Grenadiers or other Grenadiers along with the MG could really play upon that and neutralize them. But it looks like they're going to hang back. Right now, all 3 VPs and both fuels are going to DevM. Vaughn has munitions. Vaughn has a decent, healthy amount of munitions. That's about it. Panzer Grenadiers trying to pick off those conscripts. Again, with G43s. Good choice. But it's not looking great. I'm not sure. By the way, no, I'm not backing VonAsten in a sense. I hope both players play well. But right now, VonAsten needs more luck. I always root for the underdog. At least actively. But DevM is still playing very well in this game. He's about to get a Panzer IV ×2. We're literally about to see match 1 again. Oh my god. T-70 pushing in. Pack gun is redeploying down south. Middle is about to be taken by conscripts. We have a lot of really good Vet 3 Grenadiers. Oh my god. DevM just holding steady. VonAsten having a really rough time with this. He has enough to get a new building. Eventually a T-3045. He needs something. Right now, Grenadiers are pushing on him. He doesn't have a great defense to stop those Panzer IVs from pushing in. I mean, the AT gun will hit it, but this one's also firing. But the Grenadiers are going to push on the AT guns. I think this is GG. I think this is GG. Yep, there it goes. VonAsten got outflanked, and he was about to crumble upon the weight of the Panzer push. He actually lost the guards, too, and all that. Oh, with a heavy heart, VonAsten is defeated 3-0. But congratulations to DevM winning the grand prize of the day. Pulling away with the prize money for getting number 1. Let's double check that after action report real quick before we go further. 90 kills for DevM and 52 for VonAsten. we'll check the best MVP. Oh, sorry. We'll double check the best MVP units. But overall, let's see, 50 kills from the Grenadiers. On point with those. Meanwhile, VonAsten's best unit was Conscripts, 20. He did lose a squad. What happened in match 1 did not change. It did not change. Unfortunately for VonAsten. DevM outclassed him both match 1 and match 3 with the same strategy. Congratulations, DevM. You played well. VonAsten, you also played well. Especially in the second game. But that's going to be it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. At least for COH2. Shortly, I'm going to set up a Heartsfiring game. So, in about 20 minutes or so, if you want to check in for that, absolutely. But I'm going to host someone else. Let's see. Thank you to everyone. BL66 as well. Treads Motion, thank you for the follow. Make sure, again, support Alvadi, support the league, support all the people that help support this, such as, hey, White Flash Reborn was here. Again, he helped make it the map. Again, you have also, thank you to all the people who participated in the tournament, the players like VonAsten, DevM, Love Nest, the other Von. Thank you to Orange Pest, every single person who jumped in here. Thank you so very much for playing and participating in this. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. If you want to check out previous content, video links will be above, including my Patreon link, which, again, many people support, including Aphyria, Milam, Joey G240, Samuel McKinney, Seth Kuipers, Anton Bishara, PyroShark, Ace, Fall of Man, Jakub, Ocwieja, to round it out. Thank you guys so much for your incredible support. If you want to be a patron, you can join. Otherwise, thank you to my current patrons. You guys rock and help me do what I do best. Anyway, this has been Greyshot17, and I'll see all of you next time.